Hi guys, welcome back. You're getting a vlog-y style match review because I can't be bothered like properly setting my phone down, which would probably be easier to actually just do at the minute. I'm trying to... Okay, it's a bit windy outside. If you excuse the messy background, I just dumped everything when I got home from work. But we're going to talk about the Chelsea women game because that's the only game I like properly fully watched. I did watch parts of the first half and second half of the men's game, but frankly, too still annoyed at that game to comment. And to be fair, going from one abysmal refereeing performance to another abysmal refereeing performance to watching the Grand Prix at the same time / finishing watching the Grand Prix, Jesus, my head is gone. I need to sleep. But what we'll do is we'll talk about the women. So we played Tottenham at home. And we won 5-2. Yay. You see 5-2 and you think it was like, it's hard to me it's hard to give Spurs credit considering their first goal was never a goal, and if we had goal line technology it would have not counted. I can't believe that. But then when their keeper, bundles the ball back over the line in the second half, nothing's given, and that's more of a goal if you're gonna give it. But I'm not gonna dwell because it got given and I can't change it because there's no goal line technology. There's no nothing. But the second Hannah Hampton tries to complain about it, rightfully so, because she's the only one who will ever know if it was over or not. She is the only one who knows. She got carded. So at that point, what do? We give up because when Emily Heaslip referees your game, it is the female equivalent of Anthony Taylor, and you just give up. It's like how we conceded a free kick goal that was a foul on Quiche immediately, like before anything. But again, I refuse to comment. I refuse. All I'm gonna say is, Micah Hermano, I love you. Hermano on the 10 today proves why Lauren James should never be in that position. Because it requires a player that, and I say this with all due respect to LJ and all my love and my heart, because I love that girl, she will not want to put in the work and press, and someone like Micah will. And in the 10, you need to have that work rate and you need to go on and press. And yeah, it's hard to, like, for me, I'm still iffy on parts of our game at the minute. Biggest part being how bronze still lasts 90 minutes, but I have to like realistically know that at this point she's got blackmail on Sonia. Because what else can it be? I don't understand. But yeah, in the first half, I think we were iffy until we scored, and then we were fine until we conceded the not goal. And then it just got a bit weird until we conceded, till we scored, sorry, the second. The second being, I'm classing it as a girl goal. I know it's not, but to be fair, either way it works out, because it's a girl goal from a corner, or it's the, I don't know the player, sorry, but it's the Spurs player who scored the not a goal, scoring an OG. So it's karmatic justice, and it was the world working out in the end. But I said it on Twitter, I think it's quite embarrassing, or X, sorry. I think it's quite embarrassing that we're meant to be a top league and we don't have goal line technology. And it leads to situations like this where it's clearly not a goal. It's insane to me. But like I said, then something similar happens in the second half that would have been a goal for us if you're taking it, tit for tat. And to me, it's absurd because for their goal, the linesman's not even in line. The linesman, if this is Hannah and the goal line, the linesman's like behind. Like he's here. He hasn't caught up. And by the time he catches up, Hannah Hampton has already caught the ball. I don't understand how he can confidently say that that ball has crossed the line, because the only person that knows that is Hannah Hampton. And there is photographic evidence. That's how angry I am. That's how angry I am. There is video. Wow. My camera feels the same. There is video evidence that shows that the linesman is not in line. I don't understand how he can confidently say that that was a goal. There is no way. There is categorically no way when you are a couple of inches behind the goal line, and by behind I mean like in front of the goal line. I don't know why I said behind, but you get what I mean. Like when you haven't caught up to the goal line and you're trying to make that decision, I don't understand how you can confidently say that when you're not in line. It's absurd to me. It's frankly embarrassing. Borderline like idiotic that we genuinely had a goal line issue last season against Spurs, but nothing came of it because LG ended up scoring a goal 15-20 seconds later. It's frankly it's not just that, but it is just the mess of refereeing in the WSL anyway because of the lack of VAR. But we cannot and we will not become a serious league if people don't invest to implement the technology, because the game, it just doesn't work without it. You see some of the decisions that get given, and it's just borderline shambolic. But anyway, Johanna Rittenkannerud, I'm gonna give her her flowers, because whatever they've fed her this season, keep feeding her, because she's learned how to score goals. And I genuinely, she's going for the 2025 Ballon d'Or with the charge that she's on right now, because she's having the season of her life so far. The volley, absurd. It's the way that you know what she's gonna do. Like, she is genuinely so predictable, and I love her for that. You know what she's gonna do, and she still pulls it off. Like, she's so predictable, and yet no one can stop her. She'll speed down the touchline, and she will chop, cut in, and try and shoot. Like, she is so textbook, and yet she still does it every time, and no one seems to be able to like stop her from doing it. I love her. I love her so much, and I hope she continues this for the rest of the season. She's learned how to shoot for me, and that was the biggest issue I had with her last season, was that she didn't shoot enough. And now she's shooting, and now she's scoring goals, and she just seems to have this wave of confidence running through her, and we need that. I think it's hard to say that like we're playing badly, but like we're still winning. Like, I can't be mad. I think in a way it's not papering any cracks that we're still winning. Like, we know what the issues are, and like we know what we need to work on, and I think it's only beneficial that we're still winning alongside it. And I'm looking forward to it when it all clicks. And I think there's a couple moments, you know, today where when Myra was in the second half kind of like supplying crosses into the box before she came off, and she was being a bit more of a playmaker because she could hold up the ball. And I love her hold up play. I love her hold up play so much, because she creates so much from it. It's the hold up and then the little pass off to Yo-Yo or to Micah or to whoever it was. And there was one cross into the box where no one really anticipated it, no one really attacked the ball. And my first thought was, if Sam Kerr's in the team with Myra, she attacks that ball, and that is a goal. And that was when it clicked in my head, like, we're nowhere near full strength at the minute. You know, when I think about it, Sam Kerr still to come back. Katarina Macario is managing minutes at the minute. And she's clearly not in a position to be playing, you know, significant minutes. So whatever injury she's still carrying, it's best to just let her get that out of her system. Niamh Charles still to come back. You know, Erin's not looked anything like we know her because of the injury she picked up in pre-season. The midfield is still, you know, it's a young and new midfield, so they're all trying to learn each other, and I think it's whilst there's a lot we still need to work on, and there's no denying that, we're still winning. And when sometimes it looked like we couldn't score goals last season, and I was worried that we wouldn't find a breakthrough, something's changed this season. I don't know if it's just the breath of fresh air that's come with, a new manager or whatever it is, but we just seem inevitable to score. It's just whether we can keep the clean sheet. And to be most of my issues with the defense do come with Lucy Bronze still playing 90s. I don't understand it. And I will keep going on and hammering on the point that every single attack that they try and make, any opponent will always go down her side. And that's pretty bad when you've got a winger playing left back. Like, I don't understand how Sonia doesn't see that as an issue yet, but hopefully an international break will refresh her minds. I think, to be fair, on the goals conceded, one's not a goal, and two is it's a good free kick. That's never a free kick in the first place because Quiche gets fouled first. But again, I digress. So it's not like today. Today should have been a clean sheet if the ref could do their job properly. And when I think about it, we didn't do what we have done in the last couple of games where we switched off. And maybe it was just the intensity of the game. But we went 4-1 up, and I don't feel like we ever really went lackadaisical like we have done in the last couple of games. We didn't really let them back in. All that let them back in was a foul that was wrongfully called. So even that to me is a slight improvement on, we didn't go we didn't fall into the old habit. And I don't know if that's something that Sonia has said to them, like, keep scoring, like, don't go easy. But it's something that this team really needs to embrace because they can score goals, and I think it's going to be our biggest our biggest thing is we've already scored. I think we've scored the most goals in the league, and we're one game behind. So goal difference wise, that's huge already for the title race, but we still have a game in hand over City. And I think we're 1 point behind them, but the goal difference is still huge because we're not. Yeah, we've conceded 3 goals, but we've scored 15. I think it's 15 off the top of my head. I would need to double check that. So our goal difference is plus 13 at the minute, and we've only played 4 games, and we still have a game in hand. Like, the biggest thing is going to be the attack. And I think in the past, it's always been, we relied on Sam Kerr. And when Sam Kerr got injured last season, it was, who's going to step up? And there was times where, people did step up, but it was always a worry of, are we going to break through, like I said? And it doesn't feel like that this season. It feels like it's inevitable we're going to score. Whether it be from, the starting 11, whether it be from the bench, it just feels like the squad is too strong to be kept out. And that's what we need going forward. And we know why we need such star quality going forward. It's because of the Champions League. And I think, not to harp on and blab for however, because I don't want to do that. I kind of actually do want to wrap this up and try and sleep. But for me, you know, I think about the chances last season against Barca that should have put the game away before we even got back to Stamford Bridge. Never mind the chances at that game. And I think about, you know, had Myra been more experienced at that point in the team, had LG not been played as a striker when she's not a striker, you know, had we not rocked up with Nuskin up top because it worked against Arsenal, like, I think there was even a chance that Girl had at Barca away, or was it Kat? Like, when I think of those chances, I feel like just this team this season would score them. And whereas last season it was, yeah, kind of expected to miss that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting going forward to see how in that competition we fare. Something about the team right now has an inevitability about its goal scoring, and whether it be just that people feel on form at the minute and it just feels like a really good vibe, and we've not had to go for any hardships at the minute. Yeah, okay, we've conceded goals, but we've not gone behind in any competition. I don't think in the Champions League we've gone behind yet, knock on wood, because that was fucking terrifying. I didn't mean knock on the fucking the post box. That was creepy. And on that note, I'm gonna wrap this up because that's just terrified me. Like, overall, glad to get the win, glad to go into the international break, still 100%. 6 wins from 6 under Sonia, 1 Pastor, and we, yeah, undefeated still. But again, knock on wood, because I don't like jinxing stuff. So that was fun. Glad women going an international break now. That'll be fun. I get to cover the men now. Yay, love men. So I will be here for the Conference League game on Thursday. I don't know who we play on Sunday. I can't remember off the top of my head who we play on Sunday. But I probably won't be there because I am on an open on Sunday, so we know how that works. Usually I am on opens on Sundays, so Sunday games are kind of a no-go coverage for me, which sucks most of the time unless I'm off on a Sunday. So just keep that in mind. Most of the times I will be covering the Conference League games for the men, and I'll do my best to cover what I can for the women too. But yeah, I'll see you on Thursday. Can't wait for that. Follow all my socials, they're all down. Blah blah blah. You know this by now. I shouldn't have to keep telling you this. Hopefully you're all followed by now. Hopefully you're subscribed. Hopefully you like the video, comment, do all that fun stuff. It was a interesting double header today. Triple header for me if you include the Grand Prix. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care. Love you lots. Up the Chels. Ugh.